Hello, Prayerful Heart Consciousness holders. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby, and I'm so happy to be with you today. We get an opportunity to engage in spiritual practice. And the reason we engage in spiritual practice on a daily basis is it supports us in staying grounded. It supports us in staying in a place of great awareness. That awareness that there is only one life and that life is a perfect life and that life includes all of us. And so, in this awareness right here, right now, I am just inviting you to hear these sacred words. This month, we are engaging in the wisdom of Ernest Holmes, and he says that love is the center of all being, and the calm, continuous pulsation of life are governed by love. John Rogers reminds us that when you say, I love you, you are actually saying you have awakened a place in me where I am loved. So it is my intention today to awaken that place within you where you are loved. There are two spiritual practices that I think are very important and essential to our daily nurturing. And those two essential practices have to do with adding heart, being in that space of heart, and thank God for the blessing of the Heart Math Institute and supporting us with this technique. I learned this technique over 20 years ago when I was doing work in youth ministry, and I discovered Doc Lou Childress. And he has made wonderful advances, and his work is touching the world in a profound way. This is the practice of heart. One of the most important things about our heart is that the heart is one of the first organs in the body to develop. Science is also showing that our hearts have its own brain. It does operate independent of other organs, and yet it supports other organs also. You talk about interdependence. This is a perfect example. And when we strengthen our heart, we become more resilient. The heart can impact our mood, our emotions. It can also support and speed up our personal physical healing. These are things about the heart. The heart can shift things. And I'm remembering many years ago being a little girl, and I remember my grandmother actually, she was taking me to church, and I could hear the minister saying, prayer can change things. Well, I think that prayer is nothing more than the work of the heart. It is the spoken word of the heart. That's another perspective. That's my personal opinion. And so, with that in mind, I'd like to move you into a brief meditation where we practice the heart lock in. And then I would like for us to move into that place of prayer. And my favorite prayer is spiritual mind treatment. So we'll be engaging in that way. So take a moment right now and just join me by simply breathing. And we're going to breathe in through our nose and exhale through our mouth. And I want you to just pay attention to the movement of the breath, the rise of your chest, and also the decline of the chest, the movement of this energy within your heart space. Let's breathe. On the count of 5, we breathe in. On the count of 5, we exhale. Let's breathe again. Continue to breathe. Our next step is simply to remember or recall a time of deep compassion, deep appreciation, kindness, or care. Today I'm focusing on kindness, and I'm remembering my moments in line at Starbucks. And I'd place my order, and I'd get up to the window to pay, and they would tell me, someone has already paid for your drink. A moment of kindness from a stranger, someone I don't even know. And I'm remembering that feeling, how it made a difference in my life. It set the tone for me as I drove the highways and the byways, bringing peace and harmony. It set the tone and created that space for that next engagement. It simply made me feel good. I want you to remember your moment. And once you remember your moment, I'm going to invite you to choose. We're going to choose the emotion that we want to regenerate in this moment. I'm choosing this moment to regenerate that emotion from that kindness that I received. Regenerate your moment right now. And as you're regenerating this moment, I'm inviting you to allow for that regeneration to take place all around you. If you're in the workspace, let's just magnify that energy right now in your workspace. If you're at home, let's regenerate that feeling right now. And if you're preparing for your travels on the highways and the byways, let's just regenerate that feeling right now. And I'm just going to slip into this place of prayer, simply remembering that there is truly one life, and that that life is a perfect life, and that that life is abounding. It's perfect love, perfect peace, perfect harmony, and perfect joy. I know that it is that divine nature of life. It fulfills itself in a sacred and most profound way. It is in the movement of the water. It is in the movement of the wind. It is that grounding element within the earth. And it is that divine presence, that precious love and joy and peace and harmony as the sacred movement and all the elements of life. And in this very moment, right here, right now, I know that that power and that presence I've spoken of, the beauty of it, the joy of it, and the essence of it is alive and thriving right where I am. It is fulfilling itself as me. And as it fulfills itself within me and through me and as me right now, I know that this sacred presence, I'm going to call it sacred love. Many of you may call it that divine godly presence. I know that it fulfills itself as life ever giving of itself, and that this energy and vibration is the essence of my being. I am one with this essence, and I know that that is the same truth for anyone that is hearing this prayer right now. And what I know about them that are hearing this prayer, those who are viewing this prayer, is that we're all lifted up to the place of the Most High. That there is a peace that passeth all understanding. And this energy has moved into all the places in our life that maybe even we are unable to go physically. But what I know is something powerful has already proceeded itself, and it is the divine energy fulfilling itself right now. I'm claiming the energy of love and peace and harmony as the source of being. I know it to be so within the workplace. I know it to be so within the homes. I know it to be so within every single relationship. And I know that it is that divine essence of life, expanding itself as pure abundance and joy, pure light and truth. And I know that it fulfills itself as the creation and the wisdom and the light within all of our affairs. I know that we are abundantly blessed, and that which we are seeking is that which is seeking us. Only good. And so in this very moment, right here, right now, I just simply give thanks for the divine presence of love in action. I'm giving thanks for the divine awakening of love, fulfilling itself, enriching itself, and bringing peace and harmony within each and every one of our affairs. I'm giving thanks for the practical healing of spirit, that wonderful power grounded and fulfilling itself right here and right now. And it is from this place here that I simply release these words into universal law, knowing them as perfect and knowing it as good. And if you are in agreement with me, please join me by simply saying, and so it is. Amen. I want you to breathe with me again. On the count of 5, we breathe in and we exhale on the count of 5. And if your eyes are not open, just gently open your eyes. And I want to take time now just to say thank you. Thank you for being a part of this. And I'm also inviting you to share this prayer with someone else today. Your sharing of this prayer can probably make a difference in their lives. And so I also invite you to invite them to go to their app store and download this prayer app so that they can receive regular prayers from us. And if they have a special personal prayer request, or if you have a personal prayer request, you can go to the portion of the app that says prayer request, fill it in, and our prayer team will be praying with you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Namaste.